Okay, what's up, guys? So, Hot T has uploaded a video titled Dolan Twins fans are mad again." I never really pay attention to the Dolan twins. I've heard of them, I know of them, but I just don't pay attention to them, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I guess maybe from this video I might learn something about the Dolan twins, but if not, then hey, it's just gonna be like every other day of the week. You're gonna see them. It's funny. It's like I hear of these guys so much, but I don't like see any of their videos. I'm not trying to like pass on any shade, but I'm just kind of saying. But at the same time, I am kind of passing on shade because I'm like, what are these? It's like another like kind of Kardashians type thing. You know how like everybody get on the Kardashians about stuff. I'm positive that the Dolan twins they are doing something, but it's just one of those things that I just don't notice, I guess. But anyways, and that being said, if you guys haven't, make sure you guys go subscribe to the lovely, the talented Hot Tea. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and drop that like, get into this video.
This
unpause.
video may contain triggering and or sensitive material, food and eating disorders, or some of the topics mentioned in this video. If you feel triggered, please know there are resources to support you, which I'll link down below.
Uh-oh.
Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about what's been
Can I just say real quick, like before the video starts, I'm loving the whole like the realistic like teas and things. Like I mean the animated teas, they're perfectly fine. I ain't got no problems with that. But yeah, no, I'm liking the this form of tea. They're like this like new like thing covers, whatever they want to call it things. But no, I just came up with like a dope idea. Like if there is ever a time when if me and Hot Tea, if we ever do, we should do like a video where we're just like collaborating, just talking with each other. But if it's like the both of us, it's like the camera's behind us, we're both just like sitting side by side on some computers and stuff, but we have like some like steaming tea like next to us and things. Or maybe I should just, because I don't really like tea, so I might just have like a Red Bull. But for the video, I would drink tea. So I'm like, I probably won't like it, but because I don't know, in Seattle, the tea ain't really all that here. Like, I remember when we had like those like honest teas and stuff, and then what other teas did we have? There was like this like kind of like box looking ones, but yeah, it's, I don't know. You gotta probably like go down south or something to get some like actual good foods or tea or drinks or whatever. But anyways, back to the video.
going on lately with the Dolan twins. So Ethan and
Dang,
Grayson
that's what
have
they
a
look
podcast
like?
called Deeper
I
with
don't
the
know why I
Dolan
thought they were
Twins,
like
where they
15-year-old
kind of just
kids or
talk about
something.
everything about their personal lives, and they go deeper than they would on their YouTube channel, hence the name Deeper with the Dolan Twins. Their latest podcast episode is titled Who We're Subscribed to on YouTube, which is funny because they talk about health and dieting for like 80% of the podcast, and then for 20% they talk about who they're subscribed to. And yeah, I actually do listen to the podcast every week, so I listened to it before they deleted the episode. Yes, they actually had to delete the episode because they didn't put a trigger warning before talking about dieting and fat loss. People really complained about them talking about dieting and fat loss. I'm not even kidding you.
Wow.
That's honestly ridiculous. At some point, they even talked about how they themselves have struggled with binge eating disorder in the past, but they've been able to figure out a system that works for them.
We've had binge eating disorders. We've had other eating disorders. We can talk about that another time. Basically, a long struggle with eating and food and the way that our relationship was with food. And we finally now, we see it as, I don't know, I'm way more grateful for food than I've ever been. And I don't like stuff my face or starve myself. I don't do either.
Guys, I'm asking this out of genuine curiosity. Is it suddenly not politically correct to use the word eating disorder anymore? Like, I'm sorry, I'm genuinely confused. Grayson goes on to talk
I don't know. I would rather for to hear that than for like, cause if this must be like a new age. They honestly wasn't here during the era where what was that one girl's name, Nicole Arbor, where she did her Dear Fat People video. If that's what this video is about, like these guys talking about fitness and being healthy and things, like if I was a fan of the Dolan twins, I would have had thought nothing of it. Like, it's just like, oh, it's just these guys talking, but I just personally feel like that's not something to get mad over. If like let me just see where this episode leads and things. But yeah, I'm like I personally feel like that's just something to not be mad over. If they're talking about they're trying to help y'all out. So I'm saying like just don't get mad over some stuff like that. It's like other things to be mad about in this world.
about how other people in his life give him shit for wanting to diet and not eat a lot of food with them.
I know that my body doesn't need that much. I know that I'm going to feel shitty after I eat it, mentally about the decision that I made, and physically because there's too much in me that I do not need.
Then Ethan talked about how he had gained around 30 pounds back in December at the height of his depression due to his acne. He said that he just didn't feel good at that weight and felt like he had less energy.
And I let the part of my brain that was fueled by feeling, take over.
You let it eat.
I let it eat. I really did, which is crazy. I was over 200 pounds, but now I'm 168. I have so much more energy. I was so sleepy every day because I ate so much that my stomach was so full, and all the blood rushed to my stomach to absorb, to start digesting my food. Yeah, and my brain was just like, there's just
I don't know. Like me, I think to myself like I don't eat enough, but at the same time I feel like I do. I kind of spread it out throughout the week, so I'm like I can have some food up until the next time I go to the store and stuff. But yeah, I'm like I try to slow down, but it's to people, if it's if y'all dealing with something, I don't know, I guess I'm the opposite, because I know I dealt with my things, I didn't eat. I was just so that's what I'm but I was still in a situation where I just didn't have no energy and things, I just didn't want to do nothing. So yeah, it's weird sometimes, but anyways.
I was just tired every day.
Dude, I don't take naps anymore.
Legit. I don't even sleep anymore.
Don't drink. I don't take naps, bro.
You sleep standing up working.
Literally, dude. I wake up and I'm like, holy, I'm ready to go.
Am I the only one who doesn't see anything wrong with this? He's simply just talking
No, I
about his
agree.
experience, and people being so easily offended by everything is going to make people become more hesitant to speak out on important matters such as eating disorders. Because eating disorders...
see, that's the thing. Whatever here's the thing. If I talk about, it's my struggle. All right, so if I had some eating disorder struggle, that is my struggle. I should be able to talk about whatever I want to talk about. If you get offended by me talking about my struggle, you should not be watching my videos then, because the video doesn't even involve you. That's why I'm with some situations, videos half of the time don't even involve the person that's being all mad and triggered and all of that. So that's why I'm what is the problem? That's I'm nah, you gonna have to go somewhere else with that. No, I'm seriously, I'm that's my struggle. That's my problem. I should be the one focused on it, or whether I think it should be talked about or not. But you're all getting mad at me. Yeah, I'm I don't know. I'm trying to think maybe people didn't like the way that they worded what they said. But at the same time, I'm does it matter? Does it really matter? You should not be getting mad at another person's problems. I'm confused on that one.
Are a really big deal and can be deadly, so they need to be spoken about more often and destigmatized.
Yeah. I tell people all the time, speak out, speak up, talk to people. If you dealing with stuff, talk to people. I don't care if it's you gotta be in the if you need to treat my comment sections as a diary, do that. I think, who was it? I think it was that XXX Tentacion that said that, or it was somebody that said that. I can't remember who said it, but there's no, treat my comment sections as a diary. Get some stuff off of your chest, get some things off of your mind. Don't let that stuff be bottled up and things. That stuff will eat at you. So that's get that stuff out of your system and things.
Says that he personally enjoys being at a lower body fat percentage than what his body naturally
should be no
hovers
problem
around,
with that.
just because he feels better like that.
We have lowered our body fat percentage noticeably, and I can feel that I have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel very light on my feet. I feel good. I feel very strong. I feel like my endurance is up, which I partially will say.
I feel like I might be crossing the line when I say this, but I feel like it's people that's unhealthy that's having a problem with this, and then they're all my thing is, I eat unhealthy too. Don't get me wrong, I be having my fair shares of unreasonable amounts of candy, Red Bull, pizza. I eat some unhealthy foods. I have thought about it though, where I do want to start eating healthy and doing all of that stuff. But if a person's living healthy and they're happy and all that stuff, that's whatever makes you happy. I support it. As long as it's not hurting anybody else in the progress. Live your life, be happy. But it's I don't understand people that's just they're not these guys, but then they feel like they gotta get mad. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Veganism is because of that, but also I've just been working really hard at that. So when we don't slip up on our diet much, but when we do, we go all the in. And then because our body fat is so low and our muscle density is high, we are really hungry.
That's really the only thing I think could have been slightly quote-unquote triggering, because he did kind of describe binging and dieting, but I don't know, I may have missed something else. Comment down below if you can enlighten me. They also emphasize the fact that that's really just them, and it's not even like they don't find other body types to be attractive on other people. They just personally feel better at a lighter weight and lower body fat
Should be no problem with
percentage.
that.
I just want to lose weight because I just want to be a little bit more cut. But like everybody has a different like way that they want to look, and I'm all for whatever way anybody wants to look. But no matter what way you do want to look, there are goals and steps you need to take to get there.
Yeah.
So I'm full support of you and during your journey and whatever steps it takes.
And before you call me insensitive or say I have no room to speak, I have my own struggles with food and binging, so I think I, of all people, am very much entitled to speak out on this topic and say that they did not say anything in the video that would require a trigger warning. They just didn't. You're gonna have a real hard time functioning in society if you're so easily triggered. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Grayson, however, did come out with an apology on Twitter and said that he himself has also struggled with various eating disorders in the past. And this time he did include a trigger warning, saying, "Twitter was definitely never the place that I wanted to release this information, and to be honest, I never really wanted to speak out about it publicly, but some things are being said that don't sit right with me. I've struggled with eating disorders such as anorexia and bulimia for the past 4 years of my life. I've gone through many ups and downs with my disorders, but as of recently, I found a regimen that has helped me to combat them and has ultimately made my life much, much better. On a recent episode, I tried to share what has been working for me in hopes that others who have also struggled with what I've been would find it helpful. I'm very passionate about helping others, especially with sharing things that have personally helped me. Since it is definitely still an ongoing battle for me, it may have hindered my view of how it can be triggering for others. My goal was just to help. I never wanted to make anyone feel upset or like they weren't good enough. My sincere apologies if I triggered or offended you in any way. I truly believe everyone is perfect as they are, although I still need to convince myself that I am as good as I am. I'm working on it every day." And yeah, now I can't find any more people who were criticizing them. Most people were thanking Grayson for speaking out on his eating disorder.
Yeah, if he, like he said, he was doing it to help people. For people that's like, oh, if they have dealt with the same things that they've, like, you know, that if they're dealing with the same problems that the Dolan twins are dealing with, then it's like, okay, here is, like, for an example, if you look up like a Yahoo answer question and things, you're all like, how to tie my shoe and things. Like, the thing that I don't understand is that y'all would turn around and look this stuff up, like, on how to tie your shoe, but then he's all like, oh yeah, I do like the double bunny ears and stuff, and you guys got mad over that. So I'm like, but it's just as an example, but pretty much, like, jokes aside and stuff, and it's like, really, so it's like, you guys put yourself in that situation to where you're listening to him talking about his disorders and then what helped him and what got him through, and y'all are mad. To me, I seen it as like he's telling the story. He found a fix for the story. He moved on. I wouldn't have apologized. I'm sorry, but I'm just like, I personally don't know what is the reason to apologize. Like, if I'm coming out and I'm trying to help people or talk about my struggles and then somebody, I personally would not have apologized for that. That's just my opinion about the situation. Maybe other people would be different. If the Dolan twin fans, if they hate on me for speaking out, like, I'm speaking out about this. And I'm just saying, like, I would not apologize over some stuff like that. I'm thinking these guys then went and did some, like, party, or, you know, they freaking said the, like, N-word or something. These guys didn't do absolutely nothing wrong, so I'm like, they shouldn't be. I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, the possible ways what could have, like, made their fans, like, upset, but it's like they didn't do nothing. Like, honestly, these guys are just like, it just seemed, I felt like that there's just people was like, oh, we hadn't got mad at these guys or tried to cancel these guys, so whatever the next thing they release, let's just try to cancel them on that and see where it goes. I'm like, that's just some dumb stuff. I wouldn't have apologized. Like, if I'm out here trying to help people, I'm trying to help people. I'm not out here trying to hurt people and things, but...
And full support of the Dolan twins. One person said, "The fact that Grayson Dolan has been struggling with anorexia and bulimia for over 4 years and no one noticed just shows that there is no such thing as looking anorexic or bulimic. You don't have to be a skinny teenage white girl to have an eating disorder. Eating disorders attack anyone." Another user said, "I think when you personally struggle with something and you want to offer advice on a large platform, you can easily forget how it might affect others because you know you're just trying to help. He did right by apologizing quickly and hopefully he keeps to his regimen." Another Twitter user said, the fact that y'all forced Grayson Dolan to speak about his eating disorder because you were offended by words that were supposed to help the community that has to go through that shit, absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
And lastly, someone said, we all need to stop hating on each other. We all have our own struggles. I personally have had my own struggle with an eating disorder. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be hurt by Grayson talking about food or working out or anything that he feels passionate about. I don't know, you guys. This is such a weird topic for me. I don't know how I feel about it. All I can say about it is that I personally did like the fact that they were talking about food and health and their own struggles because it did help me out. I honestly don't understand how anyone can look at it otherwise. And apparently I'm not the only one who has this view. Before any of this had gone down, one user had tweeted, the twins have helped me so much when it comes to staying consistent with working out and eating healthy, even though swim season doesn't start until September. I'm glad that I'm continuing to push myself, even when I don't have to, so thank you. I really want to know what you guys think about this topic. Should people just literally not talk about health, fitness, or food at all? If so, then like, should we all just go ahead and cancel all fitness channels? Because that's literally what they do for a living. Comment down below how you feel. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I post new videos 3 times a week. Alright, bye.
Yeah, it's like, I personally, I wouldn't have apologized. Because I'm like, yeah, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm like, I'm out here trying to help people and give out like some fitness advice and things. And so, wait a second, hold on. I need to see something real quick. Okay, it played. Okay, and then the microphone. Okay, I just need to see if it was like the audio was playing, because I'm like, bro, if I just sat here for like, how long did I do this video? 16 minutes, and it did not record none of Hot T's audio for her video, I am going to spaz. But no, like, I don't see the problem with these guys. Like, if they are talking about like something that's affected them, and then they're all like, hey, this is how I got through by eating healthy and working out and all that stuff, like, you know, they're just trying to help people, then I don't see a problem with that. But I think if that's the case, and I'm like, if people are going to get offended by that, then people shouldn't say anything at all on the internet. You know, I know there's going to probably be some people coming here to argue about what the Dolan twins said and why they're wrong and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, if you're going to find some way to argue with me about what they said, then nobody should say anything on the internet at all. The internet just needs to be silent. You see how impossible that would be? So I'm saying, like, you guys just gonna... I don't know. I guess I just came from a different part of the internet where there's been far more offensive stuff that I've seen. And hearing these guys talking about working out and eating healthy, that's something where I'm all like, how would that... If that offends me, then I'd seriously have the most weakest bones ever. But... yeah, man, I guess people, they just get offended too easily. But anyways, yeah, I think people should just, you know, if you know stuff like that is going to offend you, then you should not be subscribed or watching those guys' videos and stuff. So, but anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't, make sure you guys go show some love to Hot T. Go subscribe to her main channel, Hot T, and her second channel, Ray Rahimi. And if TikTok, if it's still a thing by the time this video gets uploaded, go follow her on TikTok. Yeah, go show us some love. Go show us some love. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and peace.